Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Welcome back, everybody, to the best new possible live stream for crypto. Your name is Lorenzo Corrado. My name is here. I'm here to represent Limitless Crypto for you today. Once again, talking about Bitcoin, talking about altcoins, talking about all the sevens that we need to know in order to move along, become a better version of ourselves. Looking forward to host you today. Adam, my man, welcome back. MBD Skateboarding, Nebosha, good to see you again, my friend. The Crypto Noob, it's an absolute pleasure. Billy Joe, thanks for coming back. Welcome back. Truly, truly appreciate it here. Gavin Data says Bitcoin played out exactly as predicted. Exactly as predicted. Exactly as predicted. Crypto Pro Traders, it's good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, my friend. Great to see you, my man. All right, let's talk some crypto today. As always, another day, another chance. Some good vibes here. All right, let's make it happen. Let's talk about the Bitcoin price here. But of course, before we start, as always, we dive a little bit into our Discord. You guys know we have the best community out there. We have a community full of killers, a community full of winners. And that's why we're doing what we're doing here. Okay, that's why I'm excited to always come back, regardless of the Bitcoin price. Because we're traders, we trade things up, we trade things down, we trade things left, we trade things right. And people are winning here. So fantastic stuff here. Antonis, congratulations on your win today. Rune, amazing signal indeed. We traded Rune, we traded Eve. Okay, Gelato, really good job today, my friend. Sand, what else do we have here? Render. All right, looking bullish in the gaming niche right now. All right, Anthony says Rune. Beautiful. Okay, Pavel says quick trade before sleep. OP was a good one right here. Okay, big shout out to Trader Tim as always, every single day. We have to appreciate what he's doing here, giving you guys the right setups, the free setups, the signals that we need in order to win. Okay. And if you want to get access to our community, you go to our Discord right here. You click on an exchange link. You become an affiliate of the Limitless Trading Academy. You deposit $100 on your account and you grant access right here in our Discord. You join our Discord right here, right there. You make sure that once you have joined our Discord, you go to this section to get access to our VIP crypto community. Because we have a traders community, we also have a crypto community. Follow the instructions, you get VIP access, and you can also get access to my free cryptocurrency course that I've created for you, explaining in depth everything that you need to know to have a full understanding of what we're doing on a day-to-day basis here. Okay, without further ado, absolutely amazing. Keep winning, guys. Keep winning. And let's blow this shit up. That's our goal. That's our dream. That's what we're doing here right now. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Okay? Because real quick, we have to talk about a little bit about yesterday, because we talked about a couple things here that we needed to look at. Okay, and we said that Bitcoin most likely was gonna come down a little bit here. So that's exactly what we are looking at. Look, let's put that same song on for a second. It was a nice song. Okay, so Before we continue here, let's quickly look at yesterday's session real quick, okay? We have a full watch list, by the way, of all the trade setups that I created, that I analyzed yesterday. We're going to go over a lot of them to see how that played out as well here. Okay, let's have to look at to see how we react. If you do all the Fibonacci from low to high, this comes back again towards the premium zones here, the 62%, the 618 Fibonacci, the 70.5, 79, these particular lows right there. So what I want to see is a pullback towards the 41.6K right here, and to see if we can actually start holding here to then look for at least one more pushback or push up towards, and this is the next layer of resistance, guys, towards the 43.7K. Okay, so pull back to 41.6, 41.7 to come eventually towards the 43.9. So at this particular moment, I'm looking at shorts. If you want to look at shorts in this, all right, that's some Bitcoin magic for you right here. Okay, we also mentioned and we also talked about the Tether dominance as well. Okay, what's important to mention is that Bitcoin, that's some magic right there. Okay, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, back to that resistance right here. We topped all the way, we came all the way back up to the 44.15. We're right now currently at that level right here, right there. Okay, so this is still where we're currently at. So the question is right now, what is going to be the next layer of resistance and what are we going to do from here from now? Okay, we also know that there is a negative correlation between the dollar Tether dominance and Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin moves up, Tether tends to move down. Why? Because people then buy Bitcoin, putting their money from Tether back into the cryptocurrency market, back into altcoins, back into crypto, and especially Bitcoin in this case. Okay, so Tether dominance, wanted to see it coming up, and we wanted to then see it coming down. We said yesterday that we had that liquidity built up here, okay? So what we wanted to see was, we wanted to see price, first of all, 2 days ago, coming up, rejecting. Well, that happened, right? We saw that rejection. Then we said when we came down yesterday, we want now price to push back up a little bit higher, coming back towards this particular area of resistance. And look at how we tapped into this zone and we sold off from there. We took out the lows. So from that moment, it was gone. Okay, we came down and Bitcoin moved up right now. Congratulations. Now, that was perfect. So what's happening next for Bitcoin? Well, a couple things I need to look at here, but what's important to mention is the following, okay? You're gonna now face some support again. So let's clean this whole chart up from both ends. We now knew that it played out perfectly, okay? This was as expected. It's higher low, higher high, and higher low. We have now this one settled 2 days in a row. Now we're looking for the next leg, okay? Again, coming back to the higher time frame, this is now what we need to do, because this is still into play, okay? We still have this particular high, this particular candle that is holding us back right now. This is a weekly candle structure which is now pushing us further down. So we're talking specifically about this candle right here, okay? You have that rally, you have that base, you have that sell-off, massive aggressive sell-off from there. That's still the major resistance, okay? And it's not gonna be easy to just break through that level, okay? So look at where we came from. We came down, fantastic. That's the weekly. We're back at that resistance right now, okay? We have been taken out the lows. We have been retesting. And what did we say when we were retesting, right? We were looking at, first of all, very importantly, a pushback down. The reason why is because we said that people had their stop losses built up below. So that's why we looked at this level right here, okay? And we said we wanted to see a bounce from that zone. The reason why is because when people are looking at a breakout, right? They're looking at a retest, and what tends to happen is that people that enter here, they want to put their stop loss right below. The easiest liquidity is in crypto, okay? The easiest liquidity is in this particular ecosystem. That is because a lot of people that never traded before are now professional traders entering the cryptocurrency market, okay? We're seeing a difference between the Forex market and between the cryptocurrency market. On the foreign exchange, there are a lot more experienced traders out there that, are not trading the same as how you would start out as a beginning cryptocurrency trader. However, there's nothing wrong with that. That's why we're here. And that's why we're trying to prove every single day. That's also how I started out. I made all the mistakes in the world. But in this case, we said their stop losses are below. Okay, so what tends to happen a lot is that before we go, we are gonna build some liquidity. We are gonna come down. We're gonna reach first a potential scenario where we're gonna take out their stop losses, right? People are putting their stop losses right below around the $42,000. We liquidated that. And then we're gonna go back to retest this range one more time. Well, this is now where we are at. And we have a couple of levels that we have to look at here. Okay, number one, the one that's sitting right now, right here at the 44.25, okay? That's this particular high. This particular high is an important level to take in consideration. That's a high that we have been coming down to. Eventually, we have built that liquidity. Now we have been taking out a lot of stop losses that were built up from the people that were shorting there as well. So I'm always thinking about who is getting liquidated, who is entering, and who is right now getting liquidated at this particular moment. Well, let's have a look at Bitcoin on the 5 minute, because, you know, right now we are reaching a major zone of resistance. We have been expanding aggressively. Okay, what needs to happen right now? Well, for upside potential in Bitcoin, we're obviously too late. We're back into weekly resistance. So if you didn't take the trade yesterday, it doesn't make sense to start entering a long position right now. Trust me. You don't want to FOMO in. This is not the moment. What we can wait for, though, is a rejection. And if that rejection happens here, the only thing that we have to wait for is a break below the 43,900. So this is what we need to see. We need to see a break below this particular level. We need to make sure that the Tether dominance, okay, chart right now holds also at this particular low. And this is important, okay, because this is where you're going to find the strongest support for the Tether dominance. And if that's the case, then Bitcoin is going to get a very hard time with coming further up, okay? At this particular level right here, this is the last candle before a major expansion to the upside, right? This low took out this high. It took out this high. Now we tested it. We never came down towards that candle yet. And look at where we are right now at the moment. We are now back almost at that exact level, exact zone right here. So we are very close right now to see how we're going to react exactly from this particular level right here. This is what we're going to do this moment. We're going to wait to see how we react right here at this level. Because if we react bullish and if we break structure, then Bitcoin will break down and will potentially look again for another retracement. If you zoom out here, there is nothing more than just being in a massive area of consolidation under resistance, okay? So there is nothing more right now happening than a big range in consolidation right here under resistance. So at this particular moment, until we get proven otherwise, we can still look for short opportunities for Bitcoin if we start coming down and we start breaking below 43,891. Okay, hope that makes sense here for the Tether dominance and for the Bitcoin price right here. This is, in my opinion, looking like we could or we might potentially see a reversal here. Another layer, this is, I think I have to talk about here real quick, is the following. Okay, we had some news coming out in regards to the dollar. The dollar came out with some news today. We had the consumer confidence. Okay, it literally, it pretty much explains what it exactly means. It's the confidence of the consumers, to keep it very, very simple. Don't want to go too complicated here. But the numbers came out at 110.7, okay, which is much higher than the forecast. And because that's the case here, you have to take consideration that if the dollar becomes much stronger, and especially right now with the New York Stock Exchange opening, okay, already for the hourly, so we have an hourly now coming down and closing, with the dollar being that strong at this particular moment, we might not, this might not be benefiting us also with Bitcoin, okay? Now I want to take the dollar in consideration here as well. I do think it's important to talk about the dollar. However, we will see how we develop. We might be spiking out, creating a strong wick to the upside. Who knows? We're going to find out in a second here. But overall, I do think it's a very important level to start looking at, potentially seeing if we can start coming down and break structure to the downside right here. Push up, looking for a first retest of the $43,000. So a retest of the $43,000 followed by a new expansion. And again, potentially see if we can push up one more time. Okay, that's what we're currently looking for. Let's see how we react. That's how we do as traders. We wait for the reaction. We anticipate. We don't try to perfectly predict. We just see, okay, if A happens, we do A. If B happens, we do B. Okay. Absolutely beautiful. The Crypto Noob says crazy moves. Legend. Great to see you again as always, man. Thank you for the support, by the way. I really appreciate it. Derek, Cowan as well. Great to see you, my man. Malik. Thank you for the support, bro. Good to see you, bro. Cosmos 2 again as well. Same as yesterday, same as before. Thank you for your daily support. I truly, truly appreciate it. Pavel. Great to see you too, brother. Okay. Now, let's wait for that reaction first of all. Secondary, okay? Let's see how we tapped into, this is important information. Let's see how we tapped into the following, all right? Because this came to fruition perfectly. We talked about this. We came up, we came down, we came up, we came down. So far, so good. What about the altcoins, okay? We talked about a couple of them. We talked about Pepe. Let's go to our crypto watch list. We have the Limitless crypto watch list created yesterday, okay? Pepe was one of them. Boom. We talked about Pepe, okay? Absolutely perfect. We talked about the way Pepe was gonna come up. The reason why it's gonna come up because it had many overall confluences coming together. One more time, okay? We have a bigger range, consolidation range, bigger range, an expansion out of that range, a pullback, okay? Let me put on a different sound real quick. I want to have something something chill, something relaxing. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Nice. Okay. This one right here. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation. This could be a banger. So if you took this trade, congratulations. This could be a banger. The reason why this is so good is because that consolidation came back towards what we call the value area high, okay? This is a range, fixed range for a profile. This measures the volume of a range. This is the value area high. We came back to the value area high and we balanced perfectly from it. Now looking at the internal structures, okay? The internal higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. In this case, a low, a higher high, okay? A higher low. And now internally creating a higher high. So what we saw was a lower low and a higher high. We were anticipating the higher low. So this is that range that we were looking for. We tapped into it perfectly. So far we're coming up. We might have even more upside potential. But again, take some profits because Bitcoin right now is at resistance, okay? So you want to take some profits just to be sure. You can always keep a runner open, okay? Beautiful trade. Looking forward to where we're going to. This could lead in towards a really nice 5-to-1 on your money already. If you played it safe, you put your stop loss below. You have a nice 2-to-1 on your money, okay? Money is money. Now let's go to the next one. We talked about Grok. Grok, yeah. We talked about Grok here. Look at that. Fantastic. Same thing. Consolidation, expansion, retracement. We saw a nice bounce from, again, on the medium time frame. The same story, okay? We came down all the way. We said we want to come a little bit lower. This was the low that we were looking for. Okay. Now we're looking at internal structure once again. So 15 minutes. There we go. What did we see here? We created a lower low. We created a higher low or higher high. Okay. We created a higher low. We created a higher high. What we were waiting for was a pullback looking for a higher high. A higher low, sorry, higher low. Okay, so what happened? We consolidated, we expanded, we retraced, and we tapped into the value area high once again. If you want to know how to draw this tool, one more time, for the people that don't use this here, it's a tool right here. You have it in your trading view. It's called the fixed chart profile. Whenever you see consolidation, you expand out of that range, you create a higher high, you create a higher low. And what you can look for is this area. You draw it from the left to the right of the range. It gives you two levels. The value area low, the point of control, the value area high. Okay? You pull back to the value area high, entry. Stop loss below that level, below the point of control, and you target the previous highs that put in the lows right here. So again, that was a fantastic 3-to-1 on your money. Absolutely amazing. What else have we talked about, guys? Do you guys remember? We talked about AVAX, okay? AVAX, we missed. We missed out on the AVAX trade. So yes, it went into the right direction. Okay, look at that. Massive move. But we did not come down towards this range, unfortunately. Okay? That happens in trading. You're not always gonna get, perfectly entered. Sometimes you place your limit orders and you do not get filled. This is the case here with AVAX. You see, we have a range, we have an expansion. We wanted to see the retracement here, but we never came down to fill up that gap. What happened though, eventually it was internally we made that trade. So this is where I didn't pay enough attention because I think I was sleeping. And the problem was that this was a low internally created again. Okay, and that internal low created a higher high and then a higher low. So the trade was absolutely there. Okay, it was a little bit higher. But again, that would have been the perfect trade. The same concept, guys. The same concept. Keep a close eye on lower lows, higher highs, trade the higher low. Okay, very straightforward. Now, if this was an entry, it would have been a massive trade, an absolute massive trade. Okay, we're talking a 10 to 1 already. A 10 to 1 already on your money. Okay, so if you invest $100, you risk $100 on your trade, you would have made $1,000 right here, right there. With AVAX, easy. Okay, however, that's not the reality because I was sleeping, and unfortunately, we didn't came to my entry below on this bigger lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Even though the trade still played out very nicely. What else did we have? We had Solana, same thing. Solana, the exact same thing. Okay, lower low, higher high, higher low. Did not came down enough to get us triggered into our position right here. Okay. That's the case as well. This is not correct. It was right here. Okay. So unfortunately, we did came perfectly to the upside, but we did not came back to the downside enough to enter our position. Okay. What else did we have? We also have Bonk. Bonk is still into play here. Unfortunately, we're waiting for Bonk to come down a little bit further. Also did not came down here. Another one was Phantom. I remember that we talked about Phantom, correct? Let me know if you were watching yesterday. Did we talk about Phantom? Let's see if he did talk about Phantom. There we go. I didn't take this trade. Okay? I didn't take this trade. But again, oh my god. Consolidation, expansion, retracement. Lower low, higher high. Taking out the highs. Higher low. Entry. Boom. A fantastic trade right there, guys. I don't know why I missed this one. The reason why I missed this one, I guess, is because I didn't put it in the watch list. That's my bad. But we definitely talked about this exact setup right here. That would have been an entry right there. Stop loss below the point of control. Targeting at least the highs. 6 to 1. 6 to 1 right there, okay? Because we would have targeted the highs. We would have targeted these highs right here. However, we did have that gap. We did have that gap. So that's a 9 to 1 as well, man. Okay. Hope you guys can see that we're doing some serious things here. So the fact that you are joining right now and that you are part of our new channel. Okay, we have a big community already in the trading. In the trading niche, crypto just started. We just built our new channel. This is our 5th stream in the last couple of weeks, the last week or so. This is what we're doing. This is what we breathe, okay? We breathe air and we breathe candlesticks. All right? So I truly appreciate your support. If you like what we're doing, you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You hit the notification bell as well, because we're coming here to just every single day look at the best possible setups, the best possible scenarios, making sure that you are updated, making sure that you know exactly what you can look for. And if a trade plays out like Phantom, okay, like AVAX, like the other ones, then this is absolutely incredible. Okay, patience is king, but this is what we're doing here. Now, Bitcoin is a little bit overextended here. I'm going to open the book map as well in a second. I want to quickly see what is currently happening also with the Bitcoin price here. What are the orders doing? I want to see what's going on in a second right there as well here. But, you know, guys, I think it's time to start looking add some setups again, okay? What do we have for today? Let's create a new list and let's make sure that we get some trades in, okay? Because if you do make some trades, once again, besides all the signals in our Discord, okay, then we can, you know, start coming back tomorrow and see how that performed perfectly. Now, what we need to look at before we look at new trade setups is the following, okay? That is the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance, though, smashed through this initial high. So we smashed through this initial high here, and we're right now pulling back into this next layer of resistance. This next layer of resistance is right now, right here. So what we want to see is we want to absolutely not come above the zone. Okay, we want to make sure that we get rejected here, because if Bitcoin starts to consolidate, okay, and the Bitcoin dominance starts coming down, then we might be still looking for a continuation for altcoins. If we are looking strong and we close this hourly candle, you know, above, and we're not going to flip this bearish, then we have to be a little bit cautious, because then we might be breaking to the upside here, and that means that we might see altcoins pushing back down again. Okay, so let's see if we can look for some setups here. Potentially even shorts right now in a very short term, because I do believe that as long as Bitcoin stays below this weekly ray of resistance, there is no need for us to right now try to look for more long opportunities, and especially not for Bitcoin, due to the fact that this high is a major resistance. We never want to look for longs for Bitcoin in major resistance right now. Okay, so that initial trade was fantastic. Now we need to start seeing if we can start turning around turn. If Bitcoin starts coming down, like it's already doing, are we going to break the lows? If that's the case, then some short setups could be interesting here. Okay, so let's throw a couple of setups right now, guys. That would be absolutely amazing. Let's start with our setups from yesterday once again. And let's start seeing where we're topping out right now. Okay, AVAX right now is a resistance, okay? AVAX is back into that high. Look at that area. We're now back at that interesting high right here. So if you have a long, or you had your long open for AVAX, this might be the moment to take some profits here. That's the AVAX right here. Okay, another one on the 5 minute. You can already see that we start to get overextended right now. Look at all that liquidity that we're building right now for AVAX. So congratulations on your long setup, on your trade. However, look at what we're building here. If we start breaking below the 42.72, we have to be extremely cautious with AVAX right here. Okay, I think this is definitely something to keep a very, very close eye on right now. Let's wait for that reaction, and let's see how we can push further to the downside here. Okay. At the same time, let's go back into the crypto wins. I think that the signal from Tim just hit TP1. Is that correct? Trader Tim, yes. TP1, stop loss on entry, and trim here. Rune, amazing. Congratulations. It's absolutely incredible here. Let's see if Tim is right now listening as well here. That would be absolutely incredible. Let me see if Tim is listening. That would be absolutely amazing here before we continue, guys. Tim, the man. Are you here, my friend?
Yes, mate, I'm here.
How are you doing, brother?
Did you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Great. How you doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely amazing, man. I'm going to be more happy what we're building.
Good to hear.
Our journey is looking good so far. So, can you briefly go over that Rune trade? Can you briefly explain on what and why this could be a nice, what the reason was you took this specific trade right here?
Yeah, of course I can do that. One moment. I will clean up a little bit my chart.
Perfect.
Let me see. Could you see my chart or not?
I see your chart loud and clear, man. Or loud and
okay,
clean.
Great. Okay. Very. I will keep it clean and simple. If you look at the 4-hour chart, I created a structure where we had that high on the beginning of December, and the high before was this one right here, the yellow mark. and that higher low was sitting at this point at 4.8, and we created with this low the break of structure to the upside to the higher high. When that was created, we get the pullback, and if I look to a long position, smart money concept based, I'm looking to enter at least below the equilibrium, so in discount in this case. And we left also some imbalance right here on the chart. If you look here,
Yeah.
we left some imbalance. So if you take that to the right, some people, and I was also last week into a scalp position. You could took the trade also here. But based on the entry where we are right now, we are leaving here a point of interest. And if I zoom that in on the 15-minute, that is why I'm interested in it. I will zoom a little bit in on the start of the impulse to the upside.
Yeah.
If you can see on the 15, this was the low. We created an expansion to the upside on the Asian session that was, and we leave great imbalance right here. So I was taking the first entry yesterday with that long position based on this creation right here, and we had a pullback, and I had a position sitting at 5.210. That was on this imbalance right here. So that was here.
Yeah.
And I had a second entry lower. So my average entry was then a lower price, of course. Because on the 4-hour we are into an uptrend, so I still believe that we can take that high. Because we are into the uptrend. But right now, of course, in the meantime, you need to book your profits. So, and in order also, we had a trend line liquidity to the downside on the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Here we have a tap, there we have a tap, there we have two taps. And yesterday we had a little bit of deviation above of it. We didn't had the confirmation because we had a breakout. We retest, but we didn't get that higher high. But that was really a fake out. So right now, this is a breakout, as you can see. So now I'm confident into this position. So I think we will see soon this TP2, I think, and perhaps TP3, and then I'll leave a little bit open for the rest. So yeah, let's see. This is a big range, of course. But then, yeah, already it's a great trade.
Okay. And for example, do you always pay attention to Bitcoin as well, and to what Bitcoin is doing?
Yeah.
And how do you react when Bitcoin, for example, reaches like an area of resistance? How do you play this when trading altcoins, when you're still in position, for example?
Yeah, of course. I always look to Bitcoin. It's the king of crypto, of course. When Bitcoin flies, the rest of the altcoins most of the time also flies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, as you also has been said in the YouTube stream, we are now facing. Yeah, this is of course the big resistance. I hoped a little bit of more reaction. It's quite looking strong. So I'm currently managing because I'm into a short position from here from 43.8, which I covered already with the Rune TP. So it's okay if we get stopped out.
That's it.
But now, yeah, we are now consolidating a little bit. So I'm waiting for a lower low here, and then I'm convinced in the short position. And then, yeah, I already covered the Rune trade, and I look to the USDT dominance.
Yeah.
The same as you did on the 15. Yeah, we lose momentum right now. So we lose also the trend line.
Absolutely.
So I hope a little bit for in this case for Bitcoin that we came up a little bit into this area right here, perhaps retest of the trend line, which we are now
get rejected.
losing,
yeah.
and then get rejected. So then we have hopefully a TP on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So this is how I look to it. So hopefully we have that TP on Bitcoin.
A little pullback for Rune, and then a continuation for Rune. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, magic. Okay, everyone. Press a W in the chat for Tim if you're listening right now, tuning in. He's doing this for free right here, helping you guys out on a day-to-day basis. Make sure you follow this Signal channel. And if you're not in yet, get into our Discord right here, right now. Click on the link right here in the description. click on this Discord link right here. It brings you back to our community. You will get access right here if you get and click on our link. And then you know exactly what to do when coming into the crypto VIP. Make sure you become an affiliate of us by clicking on get access. Eventually sign up with one of these exchanges. I recommend to use Bitget. Tim uses Bitget. It's also important when he gives a signal that the levels are exactly synchronized. So that's why Bitget is the best exchange. There's no fun about it. It's a safe exchange to use without direct heavy KYC either at the moment. So pay very close attention to Bitget right here. Use this, get VIP access, get into crypto, and that should be it, man. Tim, thank you so much, brother. We're gonna look at some chart setups, some new trades for today. Looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Have a good stream, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Okay. See you. Bye.
Yeah.
Incredible, incredible. Mr. Tim, as always, on fire right here. This is what we do, guys, in our community. Hope you guys are seeing what we're building, what we're doing here. It's just getting started. Now let's go back. Let's get the music in. There we go. So, you hear what Tim said, okay? Tether dominance. Are we going to break structure to the upside? If that's the case right here, Bitcoin will potentially come down and break structure to the downside. That means that the Tether dominance could potentially come back towards this zone. And this would mean that some of these altcoins could lead into a short-term sell setup, okay? A lower time frame trade setup towards the downside. If that's the case, or maybe even a Bitcoin trade as well. So what Bitcoin needs to do is, like we said before, same as what Tim said here, we need to start breaking structure to the downside, okay? We need to start coming and creating a lower low, followed by a lower high, to then look for that continuation here. Amazing room trade once again. Absolutely beautiful. So it doesn't matter. We're winning everywhere. And this is just the beginning, right? Imagine if the market is absolutely on fire and we're actually experiencing one big massive bull run and we are fully prepared here together and we know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make a bunch of money. Win or lose, up or down, I do not care. We have our investment portfolio. We have our trading portfolio. And we try to compound our trading portfolio so we can put this money into our investment portfolio, okay? Constant compounding is what we're doing here. So that's what we are preparing us for. So let me know if you want to see a couple of chart setups. Let's go over a couple of them. It's also a win-win for you, for me, for everyone, okay? Because you guys are giving me the right setups. I can do the analysis and then we can see which one is the best for today or tomorrow to actually start trading here. So come up, I want everyone to start dropping some charts. Just put in some effort right here, especially now. We have to do it together, okay? Let's make it happen here. Adam, perfect. Check near. We have liquidity to grab. For very gap under. Buyers are getting tired and enter after a break of structure. Let's have a look at near. Let's have a look at near. Let's have a look at near. Let's see where near is at. Near is at, there we go. Okay, let's start with the daily. As always, just to clarify, let's start at the daily chart. Where's the weekly resistance? Oh, we're right now in weekly resistance. Okay, okay. That's this particular zone. Okay, we're getting there. We're looking quite strong though. This is not an ordinary candle. This is a serious range. Okay. We still can make another expansion to the upside here, especially if Bitcoin is not breaking down. At least not yet. Okay, this could be another move off. You know, there is a lot of room still. Okay, so I will be careful here with looking for short setups right now, unless we start breaking, of course, below this low, and we create like a massive expansion. Then it's retracement. Then it's maybe nice to enter a short here, putting your stop loss above to target this level here. But I think for now we are still looking too strong at this particular moment to look for short setups right here for near. But yeah, definitely looking interesting. We have been building a lot of liquidity here. We just need to see that final confirmation. AVAX, for example, was already looking much weaker. If you look here on the 5 minute. Not really, by the way. No, not really. No, not really. Okay, we need to break this low first, then look for a lower high, and then look for the trade setup. Okay, PBFX as our XRP. XRP, our initial trade here. Oh, that was right here. Yeah, we took a trade. Remember, that was 2 days ago. We took an XRP short. Where are we at right now? Okay. Okay. Now Bitcoin is now at the crucial zone. XRP is bigger at the bigger range. So we're at the bigger range right here. This is a massive range. Point of control is right there. We're above point of control. We're still looking too strong as well for XRP right now. Not interested in shorts from here. Yet. Let's see how this one is. Unless it's at the value area high, which I doubt. No. No, we're looking too strong still. We're looking too strong still. I'm going to highlight this one. I'm going to set an alert right here at the 61.907. The overall range for Ripple right now is not being strong. I'm actually quite bearish on the XRP, to be honest. This is just not looking good. This is not looking good. But at this particular moment, we're at least trying to push up a little bit more towards the gap. I think that's the target right here. A gap. So if we're looking at shorts, this is the level to look at. Okay? A little bit higher. Coming back towards the 63 cents. 62.7. And then look for further continuation to be done. Okay? Adam says, very interesting setups will occur if Bitcoin somehow will come down. Exactly. If Bitcoin comes down here and it starts breaking the low, very, very good setups will suddenly appear here. Alwar says, Rose. Alwar, my man, welcome back. Good to see you yesterday. Good to see you today, bro. Great to see you, my man. Let's look at Rose. On Maxi, if I'm correct. You were that Maxi guy. Let's see what we have. I do not forget. I do not forget. There we go. Look on a weekly. Yeah, okay. We knew that this was what Rose is actually doing very, very well. But strong resistance now. So this is already at strong resistance. So we're at daily resistance for Rose, okay? Strong daily resistance for Rose. This is already looking weaker. So for example, where the others were still a little bit strong, this is compressing. This is compressing, and this screams for a pullback. This screams for a pullback. Daily resistance, number one, super important. Okay, the reason why is because you created this top. And Anwar, let me ask you a question, my friend. What does this top do? Let me know about it. What does this high do? Okay? Alright, I help you. This high created this lower low. Okay? So we have this lower low right now. This high created a lower low. We created and broke down below. So we aggressively moved up after a major dump. Okay, this was a major dump for Rhodes. We aggressively moved up. People started buying. People were excited. People were like, yes, Rose is pushing again. We're gonna go to the moon, 200%. And what happens? Where are their stop losses? Their stop losses are right below. So what happens? We come down, we take out the stop losses, and bye-bye. Then what happened after that? Okay, let's have a look at what happened after. We created a low, a new low, because we took out the stop losses that were built up below. That this low created an internal higher high. And what happened? We came back towards the low that created the internal high to then look for an expansion. Okay, so this was the low to enter. This was the magic zone. This was the magic touch. This is where you could find the best possible buy setup. For sure. Okay, now we created a higher high. The most important zone right now, though, is of course this particular area. Okay, let's look at this high. This high created a lower low. This is the first time since practically a year and a half, okay, that we actually came back into that high here. So of course you're gonna see a reaction, no doubt, okay? So the 30-minute right here, right now is starting to look weaker. We're starting to compress. We started to build liquidity and stop losses to the downside. This screams, in my opinion, of a pullback towards either this zone or below this low here, okay? So what I'm waiting for is a lower time frame, a higher high internally, but also a lower low internally, or maybe even a breakdown followed by a pullback. So what we need to see here is we need to look at this low. This low created this higher high. We need to come down. We need to come up. That's a short entry for a further continuation to the downside, targeting the stop loss that are built up below at around 88.6 cents. Okay, so be patient. Wait for price to come down. Don't rush it. Wait for that price to come down. Wait for a pullback and wait for a drop and a sell off right here, and you will have a serious trade set up right here, sitting there beautifully, targeting the lows, and you will come potentially even back towards a nice 5 to 1 on your. Okay, that's Rose for now. If we do miraculously right now come up and Bitcoin cap keeps pumping, which I highly doubt, but if that happens, then what you need to see is the following. You just simply need to create a daily closure above the 11.3 cents, okay, to then look for further continuation to the upside. That's where, you know, you come up, you break above the 11 cents, and then you turn this into strong support, and then you can look for continuation. For now, that's not the case here, okay? We are looking weaker. You can see clearly that this could be something interesting, okay? Are you going to use the 1 million for value gap strategy again? It could be. It could be. There's a lot of different ways. But yeah, so far this is working very well, but it definitely could be. It definitely could be. What else do we have? There we go. We have Rune Trade, Fire, Helium. There we go. GMT. Okay, let's go back to GMT again. GMT, okay. All right, let's zoom out first. So yes, we came up. Very choppy, very choppy. Okay, higher high, lower low. We got rejected, of course, at this high. That was no surprise. We created a lower low, we created a lower high, we created a lower low, we created a lower high, lower low. We're now back at the highs here. However, when I see this type of pattern, okay, that is a low followed by an area of liquidity building, followed by another expansion. So it's kind of like a W shape, but very aggressive W shape. I'm gonna stay out and I'm not gonna look for shorts again, because this could be the moment when we start flipping, okay? This could definitely be the moment where we start facing, of course, also that resistance. But this low ruins it for me, okay? I cannot look for a lower low anymore. This is where I want to actually see a closure above this high right here, right now, okay? Before looking for the continuation, because this is looking too strong to look for short setups, right? Yeah, Bitcoin is coming down a bit. So in the next couple of minutes, we will see exactly what will happen here. But Bitcoin is coming down at this particular moment, okay? If you're just tuning in, make sure you smash up that like button here, okay? Just press the like button. It helps the channel grow. It is very necessary for us to move along and move forward here. So smash that like button here, help us out, and get us back into the, or get us in the algo, right? That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, so in this case for GMT, I think that that what we're currently seeing is a breakout. And again, we have also broken this trend, you see. This is too strong for me to look for a short here. This is gonna continue. Or at least it's gonna try to. So let's look at weaker cryptos right now. Let's see what we have. Let's use the crypto bubbles. Okay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the crypto bubbles right here. And we're going to look at the last 5 minutes. And we're going to look at some red cryptocurrencies, AVAX, NEO, ENJ. Let's go to injective. ENJ. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, price discovery, of course, we got massive overshot. Okay, so this is now the perfect moment for people to start realizing that we massively are overbought. Whatever comes up must come down here. Look at this expansion here. We're talking about a 600% move, not a single bearish week. Okay, this is by far a moment where people are like, you know, is it worth it to buy here? I don't really think so. I don't really think it's going to be worth it to start buying right there. This is what shows it already. So look at this. This is the perfect key example of what we can short right now. I really like this, okay? So we have this range. We have a swipe of the highs. So a higher high to just take that liquidity to then reverse price, okay? Now we have a lower low. Now we're coming down, okay? Any pullback here is where we look for new trade setups. So number one, fixed base volume profile. ENJ 42, okay. I might be placing a short for or at the $42 for ENJ. So let's see if we can actually look at this. And the reason why is because who's going to buy at the top, right? There are still people that are buying. But at some point we have to acknowledge that whatever comes up must come down, and it's time to come down right now. Okay. Another reason though is if we do decide to continue to come down, the first layer of support will be at the 39.6. So this is where the first layer of support will be. So this is like a nice range to look for shorts. If we push up and come down, then we take a short right here. We place an entry right at this level. Okay, I'm gonna place an entry at $42, and I'm gonna put my stop loss, you know, above like the 42.8, and I then target at least that support right here. Okay, that's number one. Number two is if Bitcoin decides to come down and then come up, okay, and still holds extremely strong and doesn't want to break to the downside here, okay, then what we're gonna look at is the following. We're going to look at a bounce from the 39.6 and we're going to look for a long, particularly internally, to then take a long to the $42, okay? To then take a short again, back down, creating a nice M formation, okay, on the 5 minute, which will turn into a bigger sell off for ENJ. So I think ENJ is oversold or overbought massively. I think it's time for ENJ to start relaxing a little bit, okay? To, you know, be a little bit more patient, let price calm down a little bit more and create new demand again for ENJ, okay? So either coming down, looking for a structure to the upside, to come up, to then come down, or come up to then short it, coming down. ENJs are gonna add on ENJ to our list right here, guys, and we're gonna see how this tomorrow played out, okay? Or in our Discord. So make sure you join our Discord. Let's put this in the list. Okay. Absolutely beautiful. The winning trades from yesterday are all finished right now. I think this is where we could expect a pullback. Okay, Grok, Pepe, AVAX, Solana, Phantom. Let's remove them for now. Okay. We made our money. Time to look for new opportunities. Okay, Rune. Amazing. ENJ is looking nice here. So either pullback, push up, okay, or a push up followed by a push down, okay. It's literally one of those. Major support at 39.646 though. Okay, we're keeping close eye on it. What else do we have? Billy Joe says MCRT. MCRT. Major resistance is at 0.0028182. Major resistance. Gonna be tough there. Okay, we might be pushing up. Wait for it to tap into the 0.02292. If you're an investor though, this is definitely where you're gonna face the most resistance. Okay, so be careful with this one. If you have a weekly closure above this level, you might be looking at a retest and you might be looking for a continuation to the upside. But again, we have been expanding aggressively already this week. Very aggressively. We came up around 55 or 60%. We're now back at the previous low right here, which will turn into particular resistance or strong support, which can turn into strong resistance. So be careful at 0.02292 because that's where you're going to find the most resistance. If you have your position and you, let's say, bought, MCRT at the 0.01605, fantastic. But this is the time to take some profits. By far. Gavin says SNX or SNX, okay? Let's see. Aha, we had our setup right there. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Let's see. Look at how this one played out. Okay. So we wanted it to pull back, right? We said if it pulls back, this was one of the first streams we did on this channel. We said if it pulls back, we're going to look for an entry here. And we're going to look for our stop loss being at 4.760. What we did was we did not came all the way back up towards this range. We did came back towards the point of control. Okay. Look at the point of control here. Look at how it tapped into that zone. And look at how it sold off from there. So that would have been a little bit more aggressive setup. Yeah, we would have definitely missed out on this trade right here. But overall, that was a big one. Okay. We're talking about a 25% dump from this level. So it could have been a major trade. But yeah, that's SNX right here. Okay, fantastic. Now let's have a look at the currency happening here. Because we have been coming down already around 30% in total. Okay, right now. And we tapped into this low that created a higher high. We took out a lot of liquidity to the downside. We are creating a higher low internally right now. So we are starting to look stronger right now. Okay, we are coming back. This move here was pretty solid overall, I have to say. 3 hour. I came back to that zone, created a new higher high. Okay. 30 minute. Resistance. Yeah, what I think is happening right now is Bitcoin is selling off. Is that correct? Yes, sir. So there's no need to look for longs here because Bitcoin is selling off, right? Bitcoin is at resistance. The Tether dominance is at support, right? The Tether dominance found its support, like we said. Tether dominance found support right here on the 5 minute. We are starting to look a little bit stronger. So I think that Bitcoin might be pushing us down a little bit right here. So there is no need to look for longs here. There is only need to look for shorts right now. And let's say that we have an area of support here. This might be a breakdown. Okay, so an SNX short right here. Targeting the equal lows that are built right below here at 3.7. 3.704. Okay, at Bitcoin break below, show us the weakness here. Show us the break above here. Show us the break below here. And before you know it, we have a position together here. Coming up, coming down, creating like a head and shoulders. Boom, sell off. Back down here. Back towards this range. Alright, so look at the UC liquidity on top of that was not taken out. On the 5 minute, altcoins might just dump too. Yeah, let's see how we develop. This is looking weaker. So we're gonna add this to the list. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay. ENJ, SNX, what else do we have? The Crypto Noob says rats and cats. Okay. Cats. Okay. What kind of cat are we looking at? I think we're talking about this one right here. Is that correct? No. What is this for cat, bro? I don't know. I cannot find this one, unfortunately. Okay, woo. Liam says woo, okay. On the weekly. Weekly support. 32177, clear. Major resistance right here on the daily. We're right in it right now. There we go. Strong rejection, right? Why is this a level? Well, look at this high we've created here. Okay, if you zoom in right here, you take this level right here. Look at what happened. You created a base. You got rejected at the base. You then created a breakdown. You came down. This is a strong daily closure. Okay, bearish closure. We tapped into that daily bearish closure right here. Once we closed below it. The second one came up. We're now consolidating. So what we're looking for is the following. This range. Consolidation. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to trade it the following. We're going to trade it following. This is a range. We're going to break down out of that range. So that means that we're going to break out of this range. At least that's what we want to see. Okay. We want to see it breaking out. Then, after the breakout, we're going to look for a lower low, lower high, and then we take a trade. Then we go short at 46 cents. Stop loss above the 48.1 or... And we're back. I think we're back. Yes, are we back? We are back. Okay, the camera is not back yet. We need to fix that. We're gonna find a way to fix that. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, welcome back, fam. Sorry for the inconvenience right here. But what we're looking for is a lower low, lower high, and a lower low. Okay, very, very nice and clean setup. This could turn into a nice 4-to-1 on your money. Okay, wait for a breakdown. Wait for a lower high, wait for a lower low, or enter and then look for a lower low right here. A really good setup. The reason why this is a good trading setup, and because you can make some nice money here. Who doesn't want to make some money here? Okay, this high right here was a daily resistance. We tapped into it twice. We call this the double top candle wick confirmation. Double top candle wick confirmation. It means that you have one daily candle, two daily candles closing with a strong wick buffer in daily resistance. Okay, that proves to me that we're looking at major resistance right here. That means that if we break down and we pull up, we're looking for continuation back further to the downside right here. Okay, so let's add this onto the list and let's see tomorrow. Okay, this could be happening very, very soon. Bitcoin is starting to come down perfectly. Tether dominance is starting to come up here. Everything is according to plan. So looking for shorts is still the best possibility right now. Okay, especially for day trading here. There is no need to look for investments right now in the market. Why? Bitcoin is at strong weekly resistance. You do not want to look for investments with strong weekly resistance in Bitcoin. You want to invest when Bitcoin is at support, not at resistance. So let's only look for trading setups. In this case, short-term short opportunity. Okay, Shiba, the Bosha, my man. Hope you're doing well, brother. How are you? You're still in Portugal? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Let's look at Shiba Inu. Ship, sir. Not Shiba, ship. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're finally breaking out. Oh, still Serbia. Okay, sorry, my man. I thought you were... I don't know why I thought that. All right. There we go. So this high. Strong weekly resistance one more time. Very hard to break through here. Okay. Very hard to break through this level for Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is looking strong though. I mean, it's starting to look quite strong to me. So this weekly resistance might be broken, to be honest. This is not looking weak. This is not looking weak. Yes, we're maybe not pumping as much, but this is not looking weak. This is still holding up very, very well. So no shorts for now. No trade setup for now. Nothing here to look at. ENJ, look at how we came down here. Okay, we're already pulling back, guys. Look at the ENJ right here. We are already pulling back right now. Michael Norbeck, my man, thank you for the sub. Welcome to our stream. So we pull up. We are already coming into the right direction here. So make sure you keep a close eye on injective. Okay, SNX. Want to wait for a breakdown first. Okay. Ooh. Want to wait for a breakdown followed by a lower low, lower high. We take our entry right here at 46 cents. We put our stop loss at 48.277. We target the lows. Okay. Shiba Inu right now is too strong. And we're not looking at it right here. All right. The Crypto Noob says FTM Phantom. Phantom was a big win. Phantom was a big win. Woo! I didn't take this trade. I told you guys already. But we did do the analysis for this exact setup right here. Okay. Crazy how this one played out. Now, for now, I would say that the major high is indeed there. So we are at resistance. Yeah, we are at major resistance right now. I think we just came into that gap. We're not there yet. No, we're not there yet. Okay. So one more expansion to the upside. Let's see how we react at the 43.7. And if you then break structure to the downside, then you can start looking for short entries to further continuation. That means that if you create a higher high, then a lower low, then our trade setup will be the lower high. If Bitcoin is still looking weak, of course, you always have to confirm it with the Bitcoin price here and to see how it goes. All right. So for now, I would say be patient with Phantom. I think we're still looking quite strong. I think we might be making one more move to the upside before going into that actual resistance here. Nanda says waves USDT. I love it. You guys are putting in the work right now. Love it. Keep me updated. Okay. Let's do a couple more. We need our whitelist to have at least, let's say, at least 5 or 6 setups. Okay. 5 or 6 setups that we want to look for. So, waves. Derek says SNX getting close now for a short. Yeah, we're almost there. Ooh. Look at waves, okay? Look at waves. This is not this is not that good. Let's see where we are on the daily. You think, oh, we're looking strong, right? Yes, we do. We are looking strong. However, actually, wait 1 second. This is the level. Okay, we broke out of a serious strong level here. So this is actually looking better than I initially thought. The only problem is, if you take this to the 1 hour, okay, now this is very strong. Look at that lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high. The only problem is on the lower time frame is that you are building a incredible amount of stop losses right now below here. So, you know, the question is, are they just gonna leave that, or are we just gonna keep going up here? What I think could be a scenario is that you pull back and immediately look for continuation, but it is a risky short. I don't think I want to take it. I think we're looking too strong to look for shorts. I think what you want to see is you want to see first more weakness. The higher time frame structures are looking still way too strong right now. But this could be a nice short in the short term, a quick scalp maybe, and then looking for continuation up here. But too strong in the higher time frame. If that makes sense, Derek. Sorry, Nanda. Let's see. Yeah. XRP, I got a notification from XRP here. I think we broke the lows. So we might be seeing something here. Okay. There we go. Okay, we did not came up all the way. We're already breaking down. Bitcoin as well. Come on. Let's push down. Yeah, we want to see Bitcoin breaking below the 43.9. So we can start really looking at a confirmation here for altcoins right now. XRP is coming down super strong. XRP is weak. Like I said, I'm very bearish on XRP actually. For many different reasons, but at least for now, okay? Because from a technical standpoint, it doesn't make any sense right now. The way it's looking like, it's really, really bad. I know the big banks, institutions, and the world economic whatever. However, the charts are telling me something completely different. Yeah, let's see how we develop it with XRP. I would have loved to come up a little bit more before we come down. But yeah. Okay. TTBB FXS. Oh, Cosmos says Algo. Okay. Let's look at Algo. Let's do this different exchange real quick. Of course, of course. Okay, Algorand, yes. Okay, now I see. Was this range? Was this yesterday? Yeah. I didn't take this trade. Sometimes I mark out the perfect setups and I don't take them. So I need to add every single one of them to my watch list right now, because I don't want to miss out on them. Okay, I'm always very honest if I take a trade or if I don't take a trade. Even though I marked them out perfectly. Okay. This is one of those I did not take. However, very straightforward, right? Lower low, higher high, higher low. Point of control. Massive trade. Would have been a 6-1. Wow. Okay, so for now, back at resistance. So look at this high. And look at how we reacted out of this high right here. Okay. So this high, rejection, rejection, rejection. So we have a strong level of resistance right now, right here. This is important. This might be pushing back down. Okay. So we pushed up. Now we're seeing a nice breakdown. Okay. So what's the low? This is the low that created this expansion. Bitcoin is starting to look weaker. That's what we want to see. The crypto bubbles are going to turn red right now. Okay. That's what we're going to see. There we go. So Algorand pulling back into the 20 cents, the 20.17. And look for the continuation down. The reason why is probably also because that's the point of control. Okay, the point of control is a little bit lower. Okay, I didn't expect that. Okay. In that case, we might already be coming down here. Look at the 15 minute. Okay, the 15 minute. Yeah, there we go. Same thing. Yeah. So, okay. This is how I would take this trade. I would wait for the 15 minute to come back up. Tap into this, candle, but to close the candle below it. So you come in, but you close the candle in a wick below the point of control. If that's the case, looking for further downside potential here. Oh man, look at Algorand right now. We're breaking down. A retest of that breakdown here could be amazing trade setup, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this looks actually very, very good. Look at that. Perfect trade at first. We failed to break the highs. We are back at major resistance. Okay, support, resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance. Okay, crucial level, the 20.37. Now we're pulling back down here. Any pullback up followed by a rejection is a trade to the downside right here. That means the entry will be roughly around the point of control. The stop loss will be above the point of control, above that candle, and then the trade itself will probably also be taken to the point of control. So that could lead into a 5.6 to 1 for you. Point of control is always the area where the most volume has been traded over range. Because there is more volume traded on that exact level, there is probably a lot more support and resistance around that level, okay? So that's why we call these the hidden levels that are not mentioned. But volume in crypto especially is absolutely king. So pay very close attention to a pullback, wait for a candle to push pricing. Make sure that if you take this trade, that you close the candle below this level, below the 2010. Because if you don't, you might be turning this into support. So you want to close below it. You can then actually look for the continuation to the downside. Okay? Very, very interesting. Could be turning into a really nice trade, by the way. Also, very, very clean. Let's see what else we have. Kevin says IOTX. IOTX, okay. J Paul says, Casey gold for me and tell me for something. Bro, I did the setup on my main channel. So go to my main channel right here, okay? Go to the setup right here. And then we talked about gold. We talked about gold today, a couple hours ago. Okay.
Trade setups, right? So they enter a long position here. They are in profit. They hear all kinds of stories.
Consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation to the downside right here. 2038 was the short opportunity for gold, by the way. Okay. So quickly for my bro out here, real quick, guys, real quick. Gold chart, 2034. What did we look for? 30 minute. We looked for consolidation, expansion, retracement, sell off. Okay. Congratulations if you're in gold. This is a nice trade right here. We should be in profit right here on our account as well. If I'm correct, I think we are in profit right now. Yes, we are around $2,000 in profit right now. Gold included, okay? Really nice. Okay, back to crypto. Let's go. IOTX. IOTX looks very strong, man. Wow. I want to see what the market cap is of this one right here. IOTX. Yeah, this is very, very strong. Okay. Massive breakout. Of course, the breakout came from the 2 cents, 2.8 cents. That was the breakout and retest. So candle broke out. Very simple. You break out right here. That's easy money. Easy money. Okay. What tends to happen is this. You are below resistance. People are like, this is the breakout. This is where you find support. Why? Because of resistance. Because you had 2 body closures on the weekly below. The third one reacted also as resistance until you break out. Okay. What does the next candle do? The next candle comes down, sells off, okay? The same candle right here, we're still above. People are start selling. The next candle opens up. You see that? You come down. You tap into that zone. You turn resistance into support. This is where you buy and you flip the candle bullish. The moment it flips bullish, you enter another position. So you entered one position at 2.8 cents, the second position at 3.29 cents, and then you went to the moon. Okay? From there, you had an average trade of roughly around, I need to see how much it is, 92% on your money. Congratulations. That's how you trade the weekly time frame. Okay? 2 weeks, 92%. Could have been more easy. Okay, for now, on the lower time frame, we're still looking very strong. There is no need to look for shorts whatsoever. This is looking absolutely ridiculous. We broke again above resistance here on the 4 hour. You come back down. This is a nice level here. You might be holding support here. You might be literally on the 30-minute holding support here and looking for continuation to the upside. Okay. Japel says, which broker is best for crypto? Use our crypto link right here in the description. And you will find it right there in the Discord. Sorry, not in the Discord. In the description of this video, you click on the first or the second link you see. Okay? Right here. You sign up. You deposit $100 on that account, bro. And I know you're the guy that likes signals. So if you have deposited some money on that account, you can use that money for free to get access to our crypto community, where we give you more than 100 signals per month. 100 signals per month. Literally. Yeah. So that will make you and get you familiar with the market here. Okay. This exchange will provide you with your account here, even if you're an Indian guy, my man. Shout out to India. Okay. I wrote the X looks very strong. Very strong. Okay. Weekly resistance turning into support. This is how we trade the weekly time frame. For now, this could look, look at continuation. I don't think it really cares what Bitcoin is doing here. Okay, that's for sure what's currently going on. Now, what's currently happening with Bitcoin? Bitcoin is probably holding up here, not trying to close below. We still have not closed a candle below the 43.9. We're still waiting for that to happen. Okay, based upon that, we will see once it happens which short opportunity is the best for us. Okay, ENJ as an X could be one of them. Woo could be one of them. But we have to wait for Bitcoin to break down first. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Overall, I think that Woo is looking the best out of these 3 setups right here. All right. DJ trade setup from your setup video is pumping. Surprise, surprise. People are sleeping on this setup. I can tell you that already. People are absolutely sleeping. Okay. Let's see what we have. Throw me a couple more guys, a couple more cryptocurrencies, guys. Okay. Billy Joe says HNT looks interesting. HNT. All right. Let me see how we would have traded HNT. Okay, this is a move on the weekly over the last weeks of 600%. However, you have to be very careful. Okay, and the reason why is because you're now facing strong resistance. We're very, very close to looking at strong resistance right here. Okay, weekly resistance. You already see it. We are starting to build a liquidity right here, right now. This is something that we're going to take out at some point. I think this is spot. I don't think you can trade this on futures, but I think that we're going to at least see some sort of final push down here, because this is not looking good enough. The expansion has been too strong. We might be pushing down here, looking for further continuation. So I'm not confident enough that we're going to actually break it. I think we're massively overextended. For this one, I'm going to use an RSI. I'm never really using RSIs too much. But for this one, I want to use an RSI. I just want to see where and how we are reacting. Okay. Massively overbought here. Yeah, creating a massive bearish divergence right here. Okay. Higher highs on the chart. Lower highs on the RSI on the daily time frame. This is going to come down at some point. Amar says Clore. C-L-O-R-E. Thank you guys. We need more chart setups. I appreciate it. We have now 3 really good setups. We need at least 5. Okay. Anyways, are you going to be streaming crypto for now? Or are you going to go back to live stream Forex at some point? I am live streaming every day almost from Forex. I'm running a new show. The setups are coming out. You paid attention today. Gold is playing out right now. GJ is playing out right now. A lot of money to be made right there. Okay. People are sleeping on it. Okay. Floor. Okay. Major expansion. 50%. On the logarithmic right here. 50%. So that's why we're reacting from the zone. Super strong expansion, by the way. This is a crazy move. Okay, we came down. Weekly. Yeah, we're at support here. Okay. Daily support. Daily support for Clore here. Okay. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. So daily support for Clore at 14.56. There we go. 14.56. What you want to see first is a higher high. Or, and that's the following, a daily closure below the zone. So wait for a daily candle to close down. In 7 hours, this candle will be closed. To close down below the 14.56. So the 14 cents. Wait for that candle to be closing below. And then you can look at immediately at further continuation back to the downside right here. Okay. We're talking a gap of around 30%. Especially if Bitcoin comes down, like we talked about before. Then this will definitely turn into a position if that will actually close down here. So for now, I would say be patient because there is no closure. You're holding at support, and you don't know if Bitcoin is coming up. I do not think so. I think that this is too late to look at longs right now. I think we're gonna break down at some point because this is still a breakdown. Entering here, stop loss above is also risky because you don't know if Bitcoin is actually breaking down now. Looks like it, but no confirmation yet. So daily closure below, and then from there on, you have what we need. Okay. Press a 1 in the chat, guys. If you're new to this channel right here, okay, make sure that you subscribe. All right, we have a big community already. We're analyzing all these cryptocurrencies here. We were absolutely on point the last couple of days. We had a lot of winning trades here so far, looking very, very good. If you're new right now and this is the first time you actually watch, press a 1 in the chat. I want to see you actually being new here. And let me drop some names here. Anwar, my man, came yesterday. Shout out to Anwar Abo Adi. Or Hadvi, sorry. And in the meantime, Skinny D, my man, says, hey, what's up? Marco Illuvium. Weekly support? No. Weekly support, no. Daily support. Yeah, okay. Daily resistance is right here. Facing resistance already. We're below support. Okay, so if you flip this one bearish, so if this daily candle right here, right now, okay, I have 4 candles in a row. Okay, let's zoom in. You have 4 candles in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. If this one breaks this level, 88.582, I can already tell you, we most likely, and especially Bitcoin is looking weaker, we most likely will drop further back towards this level. Okay? So first up is this. If you break this, it's absolutely done. It's over. You're going to come down all the way. So this last level of support is $83. If you can't hold the $83, it's over. But this is still, for you, a 6% trade to the downside. So if you flip this one, okay, this candle goes from green to red, and you start pushing through, you still have a 6% short right here in the pocket. And if you then break down, you know, you're already secured. You know that you put your stop loss on break even, you can already sit it out and wait for it to come down lower. Okay? So overall, this is interesting. We have my man John Hagler. My first time here, USA. Shout out to you, John. Great having you here. It's an absolute pleasure. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want me to look at any setups, any cryptocurrencies, whatever, I'm your guy. Okay? Let's make it happen. Gold in the meantime. Keep a close eye on gold in the meantime, by the way, as well. Just I need to keep a close eye on it. Yeah, so if Illuvium starts to come down here, then this is a nice area to look at. So that means a break below. At the same time, you see that we're facing resistance on the lower time frame. An area from a particularly short area is already this level, this particular zone. If you fail to break above here, you might have a lot of difficulties coming and breaking above. So that means you can enter there, stop loss above, and you target the lows already if you want to make a more aggressive trade to the downside. Okay. Vicky says, great show. I gotta get Christmas food shop done. Have a great session. Thank you so much, Vicky. Appreciate it. New here in the crypto session. Welcome. Great having you here. Martel says LDO. So LDO indeed has been doing very well initially. Very, very well. I want to see what the market cap is right now. At this particular moment, we're at a $1.8 billion market cap. We're looking at a really strong retracement. Okay, and this retracement came down all the way towards this zone, and we held here perfectly. So what we did was, we created this low, we created this high, we tapped into the 50%, but we came a little bit lower to tap into that range to then bounce off the 50% eventually and create a higher high. So right now it's all about this level to be broken. First layer of resistance is right there. I would not short here. This is looking way too strong, in my opinion. Okay, so I think that that shorting is an option, but I think that this formation overall is looking quite bullish to me right now. There are much weaker currencies out there than LDO right now at the moment. So, I mean, it's looking strong still. We might be thinking about this break. If we see this break below, we might be pushing down a little bit further. But then I think we could bounce from there and continue to come up again. So I'm not a big fan of this of shorting LDO right here. Okay. Bitcoin is trying to hold up for now. So it's doing well. It's actually holding up quite nicely. But what we want to see, of course, is a breakdown. That's what we want to see for Bitcoin right now. I think it's much healthier as well for it to see it coming down. Okay. So far, so good. John Hagley says BTT. All right, John. Let's have a look at it. BTT, Binance, okay. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah, weekly, we broke an all-time high. As far as what I see here. I'm not sure if this is the all-time high, to be honest. I'm not familiar with this one. But what I can see right away is that we broke above it and that we turned it immediately in support. And you see now on the weekly that right away you're holding it at support right here. So every single time you break below, you get bought up. So it's important for the weekly candle to close above the 11,591. If it doesn't close above the 11,591, it might be pushing back down further. Why? Just because obviously you can see clearly that this is that major resistance and you have expanded already around 250% to the upside. So it's important that we close above here to look for further continuation. If we don't, we might be facing resistance again and we might be selling off a little bit, which is also completely normal, especially after a move like this, okay? So that expansion was here, the top was there. We pulled back towards the 50%. You can see clearly, this is the low, this is the high. The 50% is a 50% retracement, okay? Right here. That's why we're holding above here. What we need to see is a closure above. That could lead to continuation. If not, we might be testing lower levels or we might be coming down here. Okay, every move is a move down. The 50 is already tested, so the 618 is the next one. It is a 20% move, but it could easily go back towards the golden pocket, which is around the 70.579. And the reason why is because this is where we saw a major confluential zone. Support, resistance, 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 coming back towards the next level to then try establish a new push to the upside again. So either weekly closure above. If you fail to break and close above, we might see a pullback, new buys at around 7881. Okay, so an extra zero, 7881 for further continuation to the upside. Overall, a massive expansion, nothing more I can say than looking at that confirmation here and wait to see how we close this weekly candle. That's where the magic happens, because if you close above it, then the next bullish candle might be giving us that boost for the next leg up. Still possible. It's not unlikely, but 4 days and 8 hours left for that closure of the weekly candle. Oh, that makes sense right here. All right, ICP. Let's do 2 more. $43 likes, 47 watching, a lot of new people here. Make sure you smash up that like button. I would highly appreciate this. In the meantime, let me fix my camera real quick. And let's do at least, 2 more charts, 2 more setups that we can look at for tomorrow. Adam says Tao is very weak at Matic. Okay, let's start with Matic, okay? Let's start with Matic. Okay. Yeah, so weekly, yeah, of course, very strong still. There we go. This was 2021. We came back down here. Lower low, tapping into that range. This was a nice hold. This was a nice break. This was a nice retracement. We came back to the low that created the highs. We came back up. We're creating internal higher highs. So this is all looking strong on the weekly so far. Daily. A nice range. A nice higher high. Clear higher high. Higher low. Lower high. Okay, so apparently we're facing some resistance. Then we have to ask ourselves the question, where's the resistance coming from? The resistance is coming from this particular range right here, okay? This is a nice range that caused us to come down. We had a nice compression. What you always need to ask yourself is, what's the last breakout, okay? This was a clear breakout. This was a clear compression to the downside. We started to break out of that compression. You ask yourself the question, what was the last high that created that breakout? That was this range. If you draw the Fibonacci from that high and we take this down lower, okay, let's take it down all the way, back further, even more, see where we're at. Back towards the lows, okay? Now you can see that right now, we came into the 88%. The 88% is a highly confluential zone. The 100, 88, 79, 70.5, 618, 50. 88 I use as an extra confluence a lot. So we got rejected at it now twice, okay? So that's important to mention. Now, this high created a lower low here. This high hold from this low. So we kind of bounced from it. But again, the second time is usually not a good sign. This looks like we're still looking too weak to look for further upside. So in my opinion right now, based on what Bitcoin is doing, let's take this information to the lower time frames, because our bearish or our sentiment is still bearish for Matic, okay? At this particular moment though, on the 2 hour, we see that we created a lower low. We pulled back from this last high towards that lower low. We came back towards the 618. You could say 618, you could say, yeah. A little bit below, at least in the premium zone. So anything above the 50 is good. Now look at the 15 minute, okay? What happened here? This high created a lower low. We're now creating a lower high. So if you tapped into this range right here, we got rejected at a reasonable zone, which is actually this area of supply right here. We are now crashing quite heavily. So what's the next step? We started the weekly, we came to the daily, we came to the 4 hour, we came to the 15 minute, we go to the 5 minute. And this is where we consolidate, we expand. If you break down here, you look for that pullback, retracement, continuation to the downside. Why? Then we have all that liquidity that's still up here or down here, still built up, which we have right now. We have a new trend right here. And that means that we can come up, tap into the highs, acquire some more shorters to enter, push us further to the downside, targeting the lows right here, potentially even lower lows right here. All right. Bitcoin finally breaking down, baby. There we go. Press a W for Bitcoin. Okay. Thank you very much. You waited for that breakdown. That's exactly what we needed. A breakdown moment for our beautiful Bitcoin right here. Temporary breakdowns are always fine. Nothing wrong with temporary breakdowns right here, okay? Matic is setting up for very nice shorts right here. Woo! Will be a very nice short right here. As an X. Beautiful breakdown. There we go. Confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Heading shoulders, confirmation. Yeah. There we go. Let's highlight this one real quick. Okay, beautiful. Confirmation. Now, what's next? 15 minute. Second chance is right here. Close below right here. Important. Very important to be close below it. Second chance, 3798. Target. The low is at 37. 3.7. Okay? Overall, beautiful. Beautiful how we came up and came down. The next leg, the next trade setup will be at 3.797. Stop loss above the highs. Target the 3.7. Why? Equal lows. Too many stop losses are built up below here. Okay, last chart, guys, for the show. All right. Adam says Tao is very weak. Let's make it happen. All right, let's turn this into a wow, massive break, weekly, daily. Support right there, obviously, and right there. You're holding at support still. We're actually looking stronger than you might think, my friend. We're looking weak, but we're looking stronger overall. Look at that. This is still a nice consolidation, expansion, retracement, expansion, take out the lows. Now coming up again, trying to hold on here. So overall, this is not looking that bad. Okay, this is not looking that bad at all here. This might be a nice hold here. Higher high, especially if Bitcoin decides to hold on. I'm actually quite impressed how good and strong they're holding here. Funny enough, I see actually more upside potential for this one on the lower time frame. Okay. Yeah, could be a nice breakout. Actually, might think that we might be holding here. Okay, this is a low, this is a higher high, higher low. Then we took out the lows to manipulate early longers, people that went long too early. And now we're actually coming in. And if you now create a higher high, then the higher low is the trade setup. So don't rush it. But there is a lot more upside potential here. Back towards this range, which I think is a really, really reasonable range here for BitSensor right now. But okay, to conclude, SNX is potentially coming along here. And it looks very, very nice. Potential short-term pullback. We look for further continuation to the downside. ENJ is probably going to make the following move. Okay, what I want to see is a push up, a rejection at the 42, coming down here towards the 39.646. If we hold here and we come down earlier, like we said before, we're going to see how we react. And if internally we create higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frame, we might take a long back towards the 42. Okay, then we have Wu. Wu is right now breaking out to the downside. Any pullback to the upside here, 46.1. Stop loss is going to be at 48.283. And we're going to target that lower range. That should be right here. Okay, World Art, my man, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you, man. Every one of you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's session. Yesterday was killer. A lot of winning setups. Tomorrow, things are looking very, very clean. We need to do this every day. We need to become trading gods. All right, that's what we're trying to do here on this channel. It's a new channel. We have already a bigger community backing us up here. We have a new channel in regards to crypto. We're a massive fan. We're gonna pay very close attention. We're gonna make sure that we as traders are always benefiting from the volatility. Okay, more coming. This is your journey. You've been one of the first right now. I'm really happy and excited to host you today, and I'm gonna be here on a day-to-day basis for you to go over these, just the best setups over and over and over again. All right, press the W in the chat, subscribe, get into our Discord, get into our free signal group. We have been winning like crazy. You need to be an affiliate of the Limitless Trading Academy. So click on the link in the description, the Discord links, join us and follow the instructions to get access to our community. It's very easy. You sign up as an affiliate on an exchange, you put $100 on it. Based on that, you get access to our signal group and you follow our signals for free. All right. Thank you guys so much. Great to have you here. And I'm going to see you tomorrow once again. Peace out.